Okay, here we are with another video on the Scavenger's Bounty looking through penny rolls. This time I went down to the bank and got an entire box full of penny rolls. So we're going to be looking through all of these today. I looked through all of the ends and I didn't see any ender coins, any finds on the ends, but today we're going to be looking for 2009 pennies, wheat cents, which are anything from 1909 to 1958, and of course anything earlier if we were so lucky. We're also going to be taking out any Canadian coins or any other foreign coins that we find. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, here's our first roll. Let's see if we get lucky. Okay, we're getting lucky already. Here's a 2009 penny. That's the presidency design from the Denver Mint. This one's got a bit of damage, it looks like, but not in bad condition, all things considered. Let's see if there's anything else in this roll. That's all, so we'll get into the next roll, and I'll catch you when we find something interesting. All right, here's roll number 3. There's another 2009 penny with a splotch in the middle. That's nice. That's a Denver as well. Let's check out the rest of this roll. Okay, here's roll number 4. Awesome. So there is another 2009 penny, and that's a Denver as well. I forgot to mention with this one that it is called the Professional Life Design, and this one here is the birth and early childhood, I believe. So with that, we actually have 3 of the 4 2009 designs. The only one that we have left is the formative years, and that one's pretty common, so I would not be shocked if we were to find that one soon. This would be roll number 6, it looks like. All right, we have a wheat cent coming out fairly early in the hunt. That's good. I'm gonna finish going through this roll before we take a look at the year, just to see if there's anything else in here. Okay, that's all for this roll, so let's take a look at this one. Just looking at the condition on this one, I would guess 1940s, but maybe 50s. Let's see. A 1941 plain. So I think that's going to be one of the more common designs, but I'll put the vintage numbers up on the screen for you. And we're going to continue with this hunt. Okay, here's our actual roll number 6. I accidentally called the last one roll number 6, but this is that one. All right, there's another wheat cent, and this one looking pretty old, so that should be interesting. Let's take a look at the rest of these. Nothing there. So this one, if I can get the camera to focus, yeah, is very worn down. So this one may actually be in the 19-teens. Let's take a look. Not quite. Looks like a 1922 maybe. Let me give it a close look. Looks more like a 1920, I think. I think I'm gonna have to put that one under a microscope or something before I am sure about the year, but it looks like a 1920 or maybe a 1926. But that's a very old coin, so I love seeing that. All right, here we go with roll number 7. All right, here we go. That's a 2009 Formative Years coin from the Denver Mint, and that means that we now have all 4 of the 2009 series of pennies. So it's nice to see that coming out relatively early. And let's see if there's anything else interesting in this roll. Here's roll number 8. All right, so that one does break the streak. We'd been, I think, 5 rolls straight with something or other in there. We did get this one. Looks like that's going to be a 1964, so pretty old, but not quite old enough. We'll get on to the next one. This is roll number 10. And very quickly, we've got a wheat cent out. That's good to see, and we're gonna see if there's anything else in this roll. All right, so nothing else but this wheat cent. Let's check the year on that. I'm gonna guess it's something in the 1940s. And looks like that's right. If I can make that out, maybe a 1946. Yeah, another tough date. So maybe a 1946 or possibly a 1940. So we'll look closer at that, and then I'll give you the mintage figure for that in the final video. Okay, I've got roll 11 ready here, but I wanted to give you a quick update on what we've got so far. So like I said, we've got those 4 2009s, and then now we have 3 wheat cents, 2 from the 40s and 1 from the 20s. So let's see what else we can get. Okay, we've got another 2009 coming out of this roll. That's good to see. All right, here's roll number 12. All right, there's another birth and early childhood coin coming out. That one in really good condition, and from the Denver Mint as well. Let's check the rest of this roll. Here is roll 13. Another wheat cent coming out. These rolls have been very good for the wheat cents so far. They're usually pretty tough to find these days, but this seems to be a good batch. So we're just going to look through the rest of this roll and see if there's anything else interesting. So far, it's only been 1 find for each roll. But you never know what you will find. That's all for that one. And this looks like maybe a 40s or 50s. And that's a 1952 plain. So we'll give you the vintage numbers on that. That should be a more common one. And that's going to leave us with the rest of these rolls. All right, here's roll number 18. Things have definitely slowed down, but it looks like they're picking back up. Here's another 2009 professional years, or professional life rather, from the Denver Mint. And let's take a look at the rest of the roll. Maybe we'll get lucky. Here's roll number 21. Here's yet another 2009 penny. That's good to see since things have been a bit slower the last several rolls. But let's continue. All right, I've just gone through roll number 25, which means we are officially halfway through. So I wanted to give you a look at everything that we've found so far. Starting from the beginning, we found 4 2009 pennies, each of a different variety. And then we found 3 wheat cents, 2 from the 1940s and 1 from the 1920s. Then later we found 3 more 2009 pennies, as well as a wheat cent from the year 1952. And most recently, we have found yet another 2009 penny. So hopefully we can have a good second half, and let's get into it. All right, here's roll number 26 to start the second half. Okay, there's a wheat cent coming out of the second end of the roll. That one looks in decent condition, but I'm going to guess it's from the 1940s. Let's give it a look. Nope, 1957D. So that's definitely going to be one of the more common ones, but I'll put the mintage numbers up on the screen and we'll get into the next roll. Here we've got roll number 31. And we've got another find. That's going to be another of the birth and early childhood 2009s from the Denver Mint. Let's see if there's anything else here. Here's roll number 33. And we've got another wheat cent coming out. All right, let's see if there's anything else in this roll, and we'll take a look at that. Wow, this one's got quite a lot of damage on there. And finally, we've got a roll with 2 different finds in it. That's another 2009 Professional Live coin, again from the Denver Mint. All right, let's take a look at this wheat cent. I'm gonna once again guess the 1940s for this one, but let's see. Nope, wrong again, 1955D. So we'll give you the mintage numbers for that, and we'll continue on with this hunt. Okay, this is going to be roll 34. And we've got a Canadian coming out, our first one of the hunt, 1971. I'm surprised we haven't seen many Canadians coming out of here, but there's that. Now let's take a look at roll number 35. Wow, this is interesting. A wheat cent with a huge hole through it. My guess is that that was to make some kind of necklace, but I have no idea what that is. Let's take a look at the rest of the roll before we take a look at the year on that. Okay, so this wheat cent's going to be the only find of that roll. It's really a shame about that hole. I don't think many collectors would be interested in it after that, but this penny actually does look like it could be older, so I'm actually going to guess that this is from the 1930s. Wow. So no, not 1930s. That looks like a 1914, but that is definitely an old one. Again, a real shame about that hole. Looks like John Wilkes Booth had his way with Abraham Lincoln there. But I'm not 100% sure about that date. I'll have to look at it under a microscope, but I will give you the mintage figures on that. And yeah, just a real shame about that hole, but a very old coin and a good find. All right, this here's roll 37. And already we've got a find. That's going to be another one of those rather Presidency 2009 pennies from the Denver Mint. So good to see that coming out. Here we go with roll number 39. I can already see a wheat cent. A couple of ears right there, but let's take a look at it. Okay, that's a wheat cent in some very good condition. So probably something in the 50s, but let's see if there's anything else in this roll first. Yeah, so I am gonna guess mid to late 50s on this one, but let's take a look. No, 1940 D. Okay, I think the Denver may be rare, but we'll put the numbers up on the screen for you, and we'll get on with the rest of this hunt. Here is roll number 42. We're into our last batch of 10 rolls, so hopefully we can get something good to finish off this hunt. That's something good. This is another Formative Years 2009 penny, but in very good condition. That's probably the best condition of any 2009 penny I've gotten so far in this hunt, so that's good to see. And here's roll number 43. Okay, that's going to be another one of those Formative Years pennies. This one not in quite as good condition, pretty dirty, but that's okay, and it's from the Denver Mint as well. Just to follow up a little bit about that Canadian cent, the only Canadian cents I would really be interested in are like the young heads, so that would be anything of the Queen Elizabeth pennies before 1964, I believe. And really anything pre-1970 I would probably keep, just because those ones would be a little bit rarer. But yeah, some of the more modern Canadian pennies I wouldn't keep, but some of the older stuff, especially like some of the older King George pennies, would be something I would keep. That's the end of that roll. And actually, we did get two finds while I was talking. Two different 2009 pennies, one the Birth and Early Childhood and one the Presidency, and looks like these are both from the Denver Mint. So that's going to give us almost a full set from these last 10 batches. I guess we'll see in those last 5 rolls if we can get a full set. All right, we've got the penultimate roll here, roll number 49. Let's see what it's got. There we go. That's another 2009 Formative Years penny. Put that out to the side and see if there's anything else here. Okay, now on to the last roll. All right, I'm hoping for something good here. Hopefully an exclamation point to this coin roll hunt. But regardless of what we see in here, thanks so much for watching. Glad you took the time to come watch me do this. Glad to have gotten so many finds in this hunt so far. It's been really good. As we wind down here, I want to remind you to like, share, and subscribe if you like this kind of content, and also comment what other kinds of hunts you want to see me do. So that's going to do it for the hunt. I'll give you a little recap of everything we found. Of the actual finds that I would count, I think that would make 24. I'm not going to count these two Canadian cents because they're just pretty common among Canadian cents. But other than that, I believe that's going to make, 8 different wheat cents, which is going to leave us with 16 2009 pennies. We got a couple of full sets. We got a full set out of the first 10 rolls, and then throughout the rest of the hunt, we built up another couple of full sets. Let's see, we got wheat cents from, I guess, 4 different decades: the 19 teens, the 1920s, the 1940s, and the 1950s. So that's all really good to see. And this makes about a find every 2 rolls, which is pretty good. Find every 2 rolls is definitely a good rate for me. But yeah, I just want to give you another thanks for watching, and please subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.